one and all, and welcome to a very, very special event episode here on the Hidden Realms YouTube channel. I am your humble GM, Joshua McGregor, and I am joined here by two amazing bands. Say hello, the amazing bands!
Hello, amazing bands!
Huzzah, guys! Today is the day we do the Battle of the Bands at long last. Two campaigns have been run. Two parties have gone on their separate, equally awesome and epic quests in opposite directions across the land of Garandia, solving mysteries and solving problems, becoming heroes of the realm in their own right, and growing in reputation and skill with their instruments and their magic and their blades, etc., etc., etc. Last we left off in the finales of those campaigns, each group separately had saved the realm from one particular threat or another. In the Northwest, the Mockeries group defeated Matshesha, the anathema Yuan-Ti, and the armies of the Yuan-Ti gathered there. And in the Southeast, in Menacil, the reserve list thwarted the plans of not only Brandon Legazi, who was this horrible nightmare being who was looking to take over and do his evil Legazi shenanigans, but also the Goresh family and by extension the Aruhani in general, who were planning on going around and through Garandia and invading Verano. So these two cities being saved, both are incredibly, incredibly popular heroes and bands. And in the intervening time, about another few weeks have passed since then. And various bands are starting to be weaned out. The actual sort of competition has begun. All of it sort of being broadcast, recorded, and publicized by Winnie Winfred Winchell of the Garandia Gazette. And so news of the various competing bands reaches the ears of each other as you begin to make your way back into the center of the country to Garansil, the jewel, the heart of Garandia, and the center not only of this magnificent multicultural country, but of the world of Saigalia itself. People in their droves come from small towns to large cities. They throng to Garansil in such numbers that the streets become too crowded to contain them all. They spill out into the surrounding countryside. Magical sort of projection, sort of outdoor cinemas are sort of created, and the sort of the atmosphere is palpable. The press of bodies is such that it's become very, very difficult to traverse normally, and as sort of the excitement builds, and everybody has gathered to see the last 8 bands perform, 2 from each corner of the world. Very briefly, as sort of an introduction to these characters, can we get the reserve list? We're going to go around and describe their characters as you face off against a band called the Sunsilk Sodality, who are your opponents from Menacil. So go around. You guys are again sort of opposite stages have been created. You guys are playing at the same time, so very much sort of the same kind of idea as we did in Crushier when you guys faced off against various bands there. And let's start. Let's start with Lydiaxa.
So Lydiaxa is a female half-elf kind of fighter warlock who has taken on the hex blade. She is incredibly evil, especially now that she has kind of embodied the nightmare realm itself, and she is an expert in playing the xylophone, which is her instrument of skulls.
Absolutely brilliant. Gwen?
Gwen is another half elf, much younger, probably in her. She'll say early 20s, but she's like 19. She has experience as a ranger coming from Thorogrove, and she plays the bass lyre, a very nice bass lyre she has.
Wonderful, wonderful. Isabyn, the band manager.
Isabyn is a Lightfoot halfling, urchin, and she's a rogue. She's very tiny. She's about 2 foot tall, but do not mess with her because you will regret it. She has a maroon full-length fur coat, and she keeps various things in the pockets. And she also has a pet mouse called Ito, who is always about her person.
And collectively, reserve list band and manager Isabyn, is Tombar on stage at this time?
What are our thoughts here?
What do you guys think?
Band meeting.
Am I involved in this, or?
Yeah, you guys could have discussed this prior to going on stage, for sure.
Because I think I should like come in. I should be the last to arrive. That way I'm just like, oh wait, better still, can I like ascend from the stage?
I was gonna rope trick.
Or just
While the
send
stage is
on-
being set up, you go up there, pull the rope up, and then when it's time for you to come in, you drop from the sky.
Perfect.
Do you want to do that now in the quarterfinals, or do you want to do that in the finals? And I'm going to ask you if you have disguise self.
Lydiaxa
Wait.
could cast you a portal for the final if you wanted.
We trust Lydiaxa though.
Wait, okay, if I do this now, but there's less of an element of surprise the second time around, right?
But we still need to win this round though, don't we? So
All right. What are we being judged on? Like, are we being judged on panache?
Performance. Yeah. So like,
Performance.
as before, like any like flair that you give yourselves will definitely help, whether that be with spells or like fun descriptors or like theatrics, like how you enter stage and stuff like that.
Okay, so what's the deal with the rope trick? Am I ascending or descending?
I could set it up in the air. No one will see it. And then when it's time for you to come down, you can drop down into your seat at the drums. And we'll have the drums center stage. It won't be too high up. And you're a rogue.
Okay.
You're a rogue.
Yeah.
Kind of like Phil Collins did at Wembley.
I actually don't know that reference, but I'm sure it's just like that.
Okay, let's do it.
This time?
Yeah. Also, I'm using my mage hand to wield a third drumstick.
Beautiful.
Yes, this would be the first of planned. If you succeed, three performances in the capital. So this is for all of the marbles, and your return to the stage here will be like a major upset. Everyone will have thought that you died in a very heroic death back in the city of Menacil. So how, Julien, would you like to describe Tombar Jollysnorkle as you drop from the sky into your drum set and begin to play?
So Tombar kind of like he actually dives head first. and the portal that I dive through is actually like a few feet behind my actual stool. So he dives head first, and then as he dives, he kind of rolls and then rolls into like a semi-standing position, at which point then he sits down onto his stool and then like raises his hand. Oh yeah, no, wait. And then suddenly a drumstick levitates in midair and like moves over his head and then comes like clean down onto the snare drum, and that's the like the mage hand that he's using, and then he begins going into like some beat.
Incredible. First roll of the Battle of the Bands. Tombar, could you give me an acrobatics check?
Oh god. I just need to get I forgot to get my D&D dice roller, sorry.
It's all good.
Dice roller, don't phone me now.
So it should be D20 plus your dex modifier, so that's +3 plus your proficiency, which would be +4 now that you're level 9. So a +7 to whatever you get.
Okay, you're gonna have to remember that because I went. Sorry.
That's okay. I got it.
Okay. Seven is my roll. I got a natural 7 plus
+7, so a 14.
so 14. Not bad.
14's okay. 14 is definitely okay. You dive head first, and the camera zooms in on you as you like land just a little bit more on your coccyx than you were planning. It's just a little bit painful. You just wince a little bit. You've managed to land in your seat, however, and you begin, and it is wildly overshadowed that moment of pain by the roar of surprise and elation from the crowd as Tombar Jollysnorkle appears. What does Tombar look like? If you'd be so kind as to sort of describe him for the Mockeries group.
Tombar is a rogue tiefling pirate. He has a greenish skin with like slight reddish purple highlights. And he's like bare chested with like a jacket, a long jacket. No shoes. And then like his fingers are just full of rings. And he's got like a cigar hanging out of his mouth. That you never see, that never seems to either be changed or like run out. And he typically tends to carry his sword over his shoulder as opposed to like sheathed in his scabbard.
In the crowds of Garen Seal, this is definitely going to poke out someone's eye. Fantastic. And so the reserve list face off against the Sunsoak Sodality. That's just more of a backdrop. Can I get an initial performance roll from everybody, and as well as the band manager for her usual job of helping out from the sidelines?
Lady Axe is on a 16.
16.
Are we still doing it so we can use like
Dex or intelligence?
Thank you.
No worries. As
Wait,
well,
say
or
that again?
charisma. So you can use charisma, dex, or intelligence for your performance checks for this particular band.
Uh-huh. Okay. Dex.
For you, I think it's still charisma.
Yes.
So can I roll the dice and then decide what I want it to be?
You'll always choose your highest, surely.
Yeah, yours is going to be dexterity.
All right. And how
So
many do I? It's just one d20, right?
You're going to add +7 to a d20 roll. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ho, 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 ho. D7, a 22 I got.
Oh, well, very nice indeed.
Mine's an 11.
In total?
Yeah.
What did you get on the die?
6.
Ah.
And then, is it the one down the side in the little bubble that I'm adding?
Yes. So you're adding your dexterity modifier. Is that right?
Charisma. I've got +5 for charisma and +3 for dexterity.
Beautiful. So it's +5 plus your proficiencies. It's going to be +9.
Oh, okay.
And I believe you guys have +1 musical instruments, don't you?
Oh yeah.
So all of these are actually one higher. So that's a 17, a 23. You got a 6 plus 10, so it's going to be 16 for Isabyn.
Thanks.
And
I rolled a 13 on the die, plus 4 for dexterity, so 17, plus 4 for proficiency in my lyre, so 21, plus 1 for my lyre, 22.
beautiful. 40, 56, 58, 78 in total as you guys perform this first this first set against your opponents. Your opponents are going to get
Sorry, I think there's internet troubles on your end, Josh.
on my end.
No, I can hear you fine, mate.
You can see me. Everybody can hear me all right?
Yeah.
Lovely jubbly. And your opponents very proficient indeed, but not as proficient as you guys. Managed to get a total of 70. And so you guys perform this bit and managed to defeat your first opponents and move on to the semifinals. Mockeries group, you would have seen the this performance as well as the performances of the next couple of pairs of groups in the quarterfinals. There are screens everywhere, but you guys, of course, would have been given frontline sort of seats. I say there's no seating. It's all standing room at this point, just because just for the sake of space. You see the reserve list come out on top from Menacil. You see Orange Seal. Two bands go up against each other. The Subtle Mechanics versus Feywood Grey. Feywood Grey win. From Rassen Seal, the Relatable Angels versus the Bromborough Bunch. The Relatable Angels win. And then it is your turn. Mockeries group, would you like to describe your characters? Let's start with Thesia.
Is sort of average height, 5'5" female human, but she's always accompanied by a little trail of snakes. It's about 4 or 5 snakes that follow her everywhere and will just kind of wrap around her legs, go in her hair. She's unbothered. Her weapon of choice is a pan flute, which is practical in more ways than one. But it's like full kitted out, leather armor. She just, if you're looking at her, she'll just straight on, doesn't give a shit, but will always stand in front of Cloud.
Wonderful, wonderful. In terms of what you look like what race would you be? How tall would you be? That kind of thing.
Yeah, about 5'6" human, slightly on the curvier side. She's walking, but you can tell she's not comfortable wearing the clothes she does. Like wearing shoes, you can tell if she walks past her, she's like, yes, head held high, but if you look at her feet, she's like shuffling a little bit.
Fantastic.
What class is she?
Bard, College of Whispers. She likes getting into people's heads.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes, Thesia and Lydiana have an interesting overlap in certain areas. How about you, Mr. Theramin?
Hello. Theramin is quite. He's about 6'5". He's got like red skin. He's a tiefling, and he looks like an old rocker from. Yeah, he looks like an old rocker from. He's got like a mullet, and he likes leather, like skin tight trousers, and he kind of summons a keytar, and he's got a little flock of dragons as well. And that's Theramin. He loves to drink. He's got a bit of a problem with drinking. He seems to always be drinking, and he's most happy in like a dark, dingy corner with a pint.
Yes, the Mockeries group, famously in the newspapers, are just like always seen as like 3 pairs of eyes in any dark corner of the taverns that they frequent. Last but not least, Cloud.
So Cloud is a tabaxi druid / rogue. She is a druid of the stars. She is most like a clouded leopard is what she looks like, with sort of very tan fur with like the dark spots, very short nose, big ears, big green eyes. She's about 5'3", quite a slim build. Even though Thesia will stand in front of her, you can see that she is more of like wary of her surroundings. You can see a big, what looks like a very ornate scythe on her back. And she wears sort of very dark maroon red armor with a emblem blazed on it of MEM, which was of a blacksmith that very kindly remembering those NPCs.
Hell yeah!
You can sort of tell that it's been put on as like a maker's mark. Every time she sort of tries to keep the group together, you'll see if Theramin wanders off to a group of girls, her tail will sort of like back him next to her, like no. But the one thing anyone would notice, doesn't matter check, she's very aware of her surroundings and of the people around her.
Fantastic. And in this quarterfinal, you are up against the previously established Halfling Hooting Hoofers. They've done very well for themselves indeed. They're part sort of like percussion, part like dancing group. They got some like tap dancing, cons and kind of things going for them. And there's like a group of 6 like halflings who you guys are up against. So could I get an initial group performance check from you guys?
Yes.
I need all the luck I can get, please.
With the +1 xylobone bonus, it's 18.
17
Gotcha.
plus, what am I plussing? Performance?
Oh, sorry, that was just for the Mockeries, that one.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
21? Yes.
What am I adding? Plus 13, is it?
Yeah.
I got 30.
Okay.
Thesia's at 35.
Okay.
I'll just sit there like, oh.
Which
trying to
puts you
keep up.
guys at 86. And you guys, let's do a quick check against the Halfling Hooters. Absolutely brutal on these dice. 70 exactly again from the opponents. Things work out sometimes. And you absolutely demolish these very happy dancing halflings.
Oh no!
I kind of feel bad.
who take it they're taking it very, very well. They're super happy to have like gotten here and are super big fans of like you guys anyway. So just honored to get to like face off against you.
Can I give them a button?
You can absolutely.
Can I go over and give them one of my buttons?
I'm surprised you've got any left.
I have buttons. Cloud did collect quite a few buttons.
You've collected some buttons at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, can I present them with one of the gold sphere ones from the bank?
Yeah,
Because I feel like they're the most precious.
They're like so happy. They're like, they'll take a button and be like, yeah, like thanks so much. It was just an honor to like play against you, and you know, any time, you know, that you guys are playing again, we'll love to come, and et cetera, et cetera. It's like, we've already made so much money from this endeavor. Like, it's all good.
I'd like to buy them a round as well, just a round of drinks.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. So the quarterfinals kind of like finish for the day. Everybody gets to the very important task of drinking, but everybody has also like seen everybody else perform and is starting to like get a gauge of their opponents, like skills and you know what they look like and their personalities, etc., etc. As you guys sort of like go to drink in the evening, do you guys like do you guys like think you would end up in the same sort of a place? Do you guys think you would like try to stay away from your opponents or anything like that? Is there any discussion of strategy or anything that happens this evening?
I don't think Cloud would be scared of the competition. She would just go to the best pub, drag Theramin along because of the drinking, and find a dark corner. And she wants to have a little conversation with Theramin.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just check in with the reserve list. Where do you guys end up? Do you guys think you'd end up in the same place or go somewhere else?
Let's go to the same place.
Yeah.
Seems like more interesting things could happen.
Check out the competition.
Yeah, 100%.
Check out the competition.
The other two bands who made it to the semifinals are here as well. The Relatable Angels, who you guys can see are made up of two kind of look like fallen like actual angels, with sort of like red and black motif going on with their sort of like their feathers and things.
Mockeries have seen them before.
The Mockeries have seen them before.
For like
right.
2 rounds of combat.
Yes, that's right. Those two you recognize, Josiah and Gerard. For like 12 seconds, you saw them like appear when all went.
I think Cloud would get very sort of like, when she clocks them, like very sort of stern and like
they give
like,
you like
looking around, checking.
Give you a little wave, just like, hey, you did great out there. They look like very friendly, but like again, like fallen angels, but like very like just very chill, very nice. There was a couple of Azamar, one Scourge, one Fallen.
So I was going to say, I think if they kind of wave at me and like, or us, and kind of try and say hello, there's one candle and I'm just gonna put it out, and then we're just gone. We're in our zone. We're in the Mockeries corner. Yeah.
They're kind of like, all right. And then the other group are Feywood Grey, a mixture of halflings and gnomes who seem to be from Orange Seal. They've got a very chill vibe, like they seem like it's just like really, really chill. You guys know that they played sort of like a lot of string instruments and things like that. And yeah, you guys are all in this pub. What does Cloud want to say to Theramin?
First of all, thank you for the candle. I was starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable.
That's okay.
For the final, we need to do something big. We need to go all out. How do you feel about coming a dragon again and coming in as a dragon?
Yes. Can I have my dragons with me as well?
I think so.
A dragon with dragons.
Your pseudo dragons can they're like little pseudo dragons. For the uninitiated, they are like the size of house cats, and they got little scorpion tails.
And then you could drop down on stage, and then that's when we start, is when you turn back to yourself.
I was going to say it's pretty difficult to play the guitar as a dragon, but it's a cool entrance.
Well, I was
thinking about the entrance. Pseudo dragons?
Yeah. Pardon?
We know the pseudo dragons can carry people and throw them. They could just throw us on stage.
There's enough of them now just to drop us.
Yeah.
I mean, I could wild shape. I don't need to be a
a cannonball for a pseudo dragon.
That's fine. I'll take all of them.
One on each limb.
There's more than that.
Yeah, there are many pseudo dragons at this point.
I don't know. I thought it would
I think I've lost count.
12. You got 12.
well.
Thank you.
The only thing is we might have to warn the guards not to shoot Theramin.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Yeah. Let's do that.
You guys talk strategy in the dark in the corner. Reserve list. What are you guys up to at this time?
We are. What are we doing?
I'm just chilling at the table with you guys, kind of watching, just checking out our competition in more ways than one. There's some cool people here, and she's 19. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
Gwen's 19.
Yeah.
I think Isabyn might well send Ito on a recon mission. Get him
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
wander and see if he can hear anything and report back.
Oh, cool. Is there
How many-
anywhere specifically that you wanted to go? So like what are you hoping to find?
I'd like to know what maybe their plans are, because I think that the other band are our big competition. So I want to see if they've got any good ideas.
I mean,
Ito's
juicy
a
idea.
mouse, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would my snakes be able to do a perception check?
Yeah, so Isabyn, you would be aware, you would have seen that Thesia does have several like
Yes.
snakes.
And that Cloud is some sort of cat.
She
Yes.
is a
I was gonna say. I was like, Cloud would probably
Tabaxis are anthropomorphic cats, yeah. Humanoid cat people. But yeah, could you roll a stealth check for Ito and use your stealth?
Is that still a D20? Yeah.
Still a D20. Yep. Can I get that opposed by Thesia, your snake making your one perception check for all of your snakes.
I think I get +9 for stealth. Does that sound right?
That sounds right.
So it's 17 then.
17 for Ito versus a perception check from the snacks.
19.
19. Ito does not get eaten by the snakes. Does not. Ito tries to do reconnaissance. Sees a bunch of predators for him and kind of goes like, no, not gonna be able to get close to there. And comes over and relays as much to you.
Fair enough.
Mortal peril awaits him at that table. Go for it.
Gwen will sort of say, I have some ideas for the last day. I may have got some costumes for us and have a design ideas and a theme. You know, I just...
What are you thinking, like signs of the zodiac?
No, more like aristo grunge, so like aristocratic grunge. So I was thinking, so I've been kind of seeing Edgar sometimes for training because he's got like pretty good shooting range. Anyway, so there's a bunch of like fucking like cool old people stuff, like old rich people stuff there, and also he's got like connections to tailors and shit, and so I may have got us all costumes that I'll kind of show you on the day. I'm kind of Lydiaxa, I kind of want to get your opinion because I kind of know what everyone else is wearing, but I didn't know if you wanted to go more like femme, mask, androgynous. I also like how much of like a sexy bitch do you want to be?
I think she'd be up for pretty extravagant mask, I reckon, would be
Ooh.
would be her.
I'll just spend a few hours on it.
And a robe.
Robe, that goes with what I'm thinking, because I'm kind of thinking like undergarments, kind of, but not like like I was thinking like I'll be in a pair of stays and like petticoats, but it's sort of grungy and messed up. And I was thinking, Tombar, yours will probably be the like most accessible to people. Very much going off your thing. I'm thinking sort of loose pirate shirt. Everyone else will be in kind of like off-whites.
I think I'm already a Risto grunge, but
you pretty much are. So it's kind of, centered around you. I want the drums on stage in the center. And I want you're gonna have a big duster jacket on. If you want to have the laces undone at the top of the shirt a little bit, that would not hurt. And then Lydiaxa, yes, a sort of.
Can you make my shoulder pads out of tusks, please?
I will see
Amazing.
I will see what I can do. I think there's some like gross old people, like old rich people, like trophies in the house that like I don't want, and I'm sure Edgar wouldn't mind. I can probably find something. Yeah, shoulder. That's a really good idea. I've got some cool boots for us, and Isabyn, I was thinking you could be in like a nice like black jacket, a pair of breeches, slightly bombasted but not too much, so like a little bit of padding but not too much, and hose. So black breeches, black jacket, sort of white shirt. So you're the only one who's like sort of fully dressed and stuff, but like so you go with the theme. And then I have a few like stage setup things in mind, and the idea is kind of with the stage things, I want us in like thorny flower crowns, and I'll ask them thorns not to hurt us. Spike growth on the stage. The idea is kind of like, we're all the same, like all these trappings of wealth and shit. Really, we're all just dirt in the ground in the end. And so it's a great equalizer. And sort of the juxtaposition of nature versus these like very much like built up things, I thought would be kind of cool, and like kind of a nod to, fucking up Arahan. So I just, I had a few thoughts about it.
Nice work.
Yeah, it is easy. It's easy.
Speaking of Edgar, he's got his estate in the city and has definitely offered an invitation for you guys to stay there while you are staying here for the Battle of the Bands.
Interesting.
Whether you've taken that up is up to you.
Yeah, let's do it. The plot's leading that way. Come on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Do you guys want to throw a party tomorrow? We throw a party tomorrow night.
Or an after party.
You do an after party, but I was thinking if we throw a party tomorrow night and we watch our drinking, but provide lots of drinks, maybe some people will be a little the next day.
Maybe. Yeah. That's a good point. Are we playing dirty?
I mean, that's not dirty. That's giving people free fucking drinks, man.
Quite something to hear from a pirate, but yeah, let's do that. You're doing it at Edgar Galanis' house.
Oh, he's got the room for you. Like it's not an issue. He's loaded to all hell.
It's like an estate.
Yeah.
Like it's
let's do it.
It's so big. Like I lived in a tree. I lived in a hollowed out tree, and it's big.
Nice. Let's do it. Let's host a party. Let's get let's do it.
Dylan Umtrowel, who is the manager for the Mockeries group, kind of like finds the dark corner where you guys are sitting, and kind of comes over and goes, right. So I found some, some rooms, sort of upstairs, and I mean, we could always stay with Talia and Bernard, but Bernard's, sort of made it clear that it's sort of going to be like a couch situation. It's like one guest room, and so I thought better to just, get room. I don't know. It's whatever you guys like. What do you guys want to do? I'm so nervous because obviously you guys are amazing. I never thought we'd get here.
When Dylan says he's nervous, I'd be like, "Oh, Asta could be the dragon," and just like try and.
What? A dragon?
Yeah. I was just thinking if Asta's the dragon, then our music could kill the dragon and I could get her to go off stage.
You want to kill a child on stage?
No,
Wow.
Dylan. She'd be a dragon. It's fine.
You guys always work things out and it's always okay, so I trust you. I just, I don't think I need to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's like, please don't kill a child on stage. You guys are awesome and very intense sometimes, and I don't always know when you're what kind of like when you're talking about like magical things or when you're talking about like literal things.
No, I could polymorph, use my magic, turn Asta. She's always wanted to be, since Droskin, she always wanted to be a part of everything. I could turn her into the dragon, and then we could pretend that our music saved the city from a dragon.
Right. Yes. Good. Very good narrative. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think anybody else among the other bands is going to have something like that. So yeah, absolutely. I'm really trying not to get my hopes up. Like, I'm shitting myself is what I'm saying. Yes, Theramin, hi.
Dylan, I'd love it if you could introduce us, please. You did so well. I'd love it if you could come on stage and introduce us and dance as well if you want. You can stay on the stage. It's up to you.
Dear God, no. But yes, I will introduce you.
I love Dylan.
That's very. He can like do the prestidigitation cantrip or like a few little mini fireworks kind of like sparkle out of his hand. It's like, that's the extent of my abilities to entertain.
I'm gonna give him spider climb so you can climb up walls and stuff.
Yeah, no, you can make me spider climb as well. I remember that was fun. In terms of like anybody else around here, like the last three bands don't seem to be any joke. I mean, the Relatable Angels and Feywood Grey aside, the reserve list are the only ones who actually have like a reputation to kind of like rival yours. Like, while you guys saved Cess and Seal and sort of the country over there with UNT, they kind of dismantled an evil sort of like embedded institution in Arohan that has been involved in slavery for hundreds of years. So people are pretty hyped about you guys facing off against each other. I mean, I could go and talk to their manager and maybe like I don't know.
We'll take the rooms upstairs, Dylan.
Well, I've got a cool new spell I can try out. We can do it in one of the rooms. Might be comfier.
We'll take the rooms, Dylan.
Okay, all right. And having spoken to Talia Bernard, they send love. They send love and hugs and kisses.
How's Ash?
Ash is good. I've been taking good care of Ash. It's been difficult. They've been having to watch sort of like more remotely just because of, again, like the press of people. And by God, people are paying an awful lot to get closer to the stage. Like it is quite something. There's a lot of money changing hands here for sure. In fact, there's like, and he leans in closer. There's a lot of betting going on, and if you guys wanted to make like an obscene amount of money, we can absolutely do that.
Yes.
At almost the exact same exact same moment, like Isabyn with your like masterminding, like you're picking up on like some of like the thief stuff, and Julien was picking up on sort of like the thieves camp things going on, and like you can tell like a great deal of, you know, ranging from not very legal to downright criminal undertakings are happening in the city while all of this is going on. And the same kind of thing is made apparent to you, that if you wanted to make bets on any and all of the bands, including yourselves, there's an opportunity to make an obscene amount of money.
Nice.
Indeed. I would kind of like pass it back and forth. You guys, I think the Mockeries start to like head up to some of the rooms up there to kind of like test some stuff out. Reserve list down here. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you want to go for it.
I was just going to say, Thesia would take all of them to one room, and I would like to cast, if I can pronounce it, Mordecai's Magnificent Mansion in one of the rooms. Just so it stops other people coming in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a quick thing. I think it builds a whole house. I could be wrong about that.
The entrance shimmers as faintly as 5 feet wide and 10 feet tall, and then it's a mansion inside of that.
I see.
Yeah, it's like a demi-plane type thing.
Is it like a TARDIS sort of deal?
It's a TARDIS kind of deal.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
you can make it like fucking huge.
Yeah, so you create a mansion in a little demi-plane for you guys to stay in. Absolutely amazing.
That lasts for 24 hours.
Hell yeah. Dylan's immediately like, oh, it even comes with champagne. This is awesome.
And 100 servants.
What?
Yeah, so it comes with contains sufficient food to serve a 9-course banquet for up to 100 people and a staff of 100 near-transparent servants who attend all who enter. And I can change what they look like.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah, you guys go upstairs and like talk strategy and hang out that night. What about you guys? Reserve list.
Reserve list. How many days ago was it since Tombar returned from the depths of hell?
I think it's been like 4 weeks since you came back.
So I'm well rested because that's if it weren't for that, I'd be going straight to bed with a peppermint tea and one of those machines that makes the sound of the ocean.
Absolutely.
So Tombar, I completely prioritized myself in this. I do apologize.
You're all good.
Can I do like a perception check? Scan the place, see what's going on.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I just?
Because I got some questions. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, you said about thieves can't, didn't you? Because I can also. Can I put on, if there's like a heat metal, can I sort of inscribe with heat metal on a table near the reserve list for Ghazi? After I hear about underground gangs, I'm just a little bit.
You're gonna write the word Lagazi, the name of Lagazi,
with heat metal. Yeah, if there's like a metal near them.
Interesting.
Yeah, 100%.
Before we go upstairs.
And you leave that on the table.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. Julien, what was that perception check you got?
Okay. It's a 7.
It's a 7. Okay.
So wait, what do I add to this bad boy if I want to make it better?
Wisdom modifier plus proficiency, I believe. You've got proficiency in it.
Wisdom. God, literally, I've been playing this for a year. I still don't get it.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since we played, yeah.
Julien, I will also have follow-up questions.
Wisdom is 9 or -1. No,
Great.
what the deal is that.
So -1 plus 4 is +3 on aggregate. So you got a 10. You got a 10 in total.
Nice.
Yeah. And what exactly were you kind of like looking for?
Because there's a lot of thieves' cant going around, so there's that.
Absolutely. I'm with a 10. Yeah, it's sort of it's less specific than sort of Isabyn's sort of natural ability to like pick up on things, but it's very comfortable and familiar. You're like, oh yeah, there are like lots and lots of people like from all over the country here to see the Battle of the Bands, and then there are a lot of criminals who are taking advantage of the situation to pickpocket, fleece, con, and otherwise make a buck here, and presumably everywhere.
So here's my other question, right? Can I ask another question?
Of course.
Cloud has just inscribed somewhere the word name Legazi, right?
I would have tried to do it so if the table where the reserve list were looking, they could see it, but it would have been more difficult for. Do you know what I mean? Like if you move slightly, you'd be able to see it. I tried to directly so the reserve list would see it, and other people would sort of try and. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, for sure.
Does Tombar see this?
I don't think he does on a 10. No.
Oh, but I want to see it because I know it's there.
You know what? If Cloud is directing it towards the reserve list, sure.
Yeah,
sure
specifically towards the reserve list.
Sure, you can see it. Yeah, why not?
So I can see it. Okay, cool.
But you don't know how to put it there.
Well,
no, of course
it's not a difficult thing to put together.
No, I know. She wasn't trying to be sneaky anyway.
Oh, so you're trying to communicate with us. Okay, so something's happening. And you've just waltzed off into some TARDIS.
Upstairs into like a room.
Okay. Am I, for the sake of plot, allowed to say that I see this? Arrive at the conclusion that Cloud has written this and then follow.
Let's convene with the rest of the reserve list while you begin to like put all of this together. For sure.
Okay.
Lydiaxa, what are you up to?
Lydiaxa's just kind of she's scowling around. She's looking for somewhere to perch, and she's going to polish her bones and skulls actually.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, since combining with your with your other half in the nightmare, and now you have this sort of like free flow connection, and wholeness to you, you're just naturally just a bit more intense and scary in everything that you do. So even polishing your bones, everyone's just like, okay. And there are some tough people in the crowd who behave like normally, but a few people are definitely like, maybe we don't go near the person polishing the bones with like the swirling shadow nightmare skull magic around her. Fantastic. Anything from Gwen and Isabyn?
Gwen's repeatedly casting good berry and putting the berries into a little pouch. She's just kind of doing that. She kind of like when she's sort of done, she'll say to Isabyn, Do you want another drink?
Isabyn will say yes, always.
I'm gonna go up to the bar, get us some drinks, and we're the was it Feywild Grey? What is it?
Yes, the Feywood Grey.
Feywood Grey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah.
It sounds like an emo band.
They definitely have a little bit of like the Elliot, who's like the headliner, has like a dark clump of hair over one eye. Yeah.
That look.
Yeah, Josh, I've been meaning to tell you, I'm really impressed with the band names. Like, do you made them up? I guess, obviously.
With the exception of a couple that other people have put forward, like I believe Alberta, you were the one who came up with Relatable Angels.
They're great, all of them. I love
it. Well, thank you very much.
They're really good. Gwen, as she's sort of coming back, she's sort of like recognizes like. Yeah. With the Feywood Grey, she's a bit more like punk in her look. If you'll recall, she got her like super hot outfit.
Very hot.
Yeah, just like really hot. With her like platform black boots and like her boobs hiked up. But like looking grunge punk, big old like rebellious face.
Mm-hmm.
And she sees these guys and she says that, sort of acknowledges them in no mission then in common. How are you guys doing?
Oh, hey, yeah. Not too bad. It's a pretty sweet gig we got going here, huh?
Yeah, no, great job today. It was really cool.
Thanks, you as well.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
No, not at all. You guys really live up to the hype. It's very, very cool music you got.
Oh, dude, thank you. I really appreciate that. We're kind of, we came together kind of mishmash. So we're really proud of what we made. Yeah. Good. Who are you facing off against tomorrow? Do you know yet?
Points at you. We got the pleasure.
All right. In that case, can I buy you around?
I'm sure my manager would not be chill with that at all. So absolutely, we gotta do it.
All right.
Maybe while we're at it, like your vibe seems real chill, but like maybe you could introduce me to like the rest of your folks.
Hell yeah! I've got to go bring this over to my manager Isabyn. Yeah. Do you guys want to come over?
For sure. Elliot's like a 2.5 foot tall like halfling, and like sort of sees Isabyn and kind of goes like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I can introduce you guys.
Oh my god, this is even gonna get some romance. So
I hope so.
Up to you.
Come on, buy her around.
100%. Yeah, the Feywood Grey band come over and are very much like very chill, very very into like your whole vibe. Like Gwen and Lydiana definitely like fit the aesthetic kind of thing, like slightly different, slightly more intense you guys are than these dudes. But yeah, it's like hey there, nice to meet you. You got yourself quite a band there.
Thank you.
No, not at all. Who's
got a bit of a sniffle there.
Yeah, for sure. It's just somebody to come and sing. Who's your little friend there? And he points to Ito.
This is Ito. He's always with me. Do you have a mouse or anything?
Like, animal companions sort of come and go. We kind of things. We've made some friends along the way, and they kind of like stayed in the Muirwood, but and he like performs a little bit of sort of like naturey magic and like a little a couple of like mice come from like the corners of the room and like kind of like climb up on his shoulders. Like, I can kind of like make friends wherever I go.
Oh.
Always meeting new folks,
Alright. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals. And then just try and some of these mice.
Good shout.
God damn it, Alberta.
This guy a good dude. You okay?
Well, hello.
Hey. My name's Gwen. What's your name?
Oh, hello.
Why are they always French? Why?
That's a lot of French mouse.
I've broken myself, absolutely. The Ratatouille references are straight. Yes, my name is Francine, and no, this guy's so chill. This guy's very chill.
Cool.
Yeah, sort of, he's been making friends all over the place. He's my sixth cousin, 17 times removed, sort of told my great grandmother's best friend's sister that he was really chill and sort of like news travels, big families.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's very nice to be able to like speak to more people because big city, like most people are not sort of connected to nature and that kind of thing. But it's yes, it's very and hello over there, as Mr. Ito, like little mouse is like a shy wave, kind of turns to you, looks at Gwen, so you're like speaking with animals, and kind of goes, I've never been in a city with so many. I mean, we kind of like grew up here, but we have moved up in the world very much. I'm not used to high society ladies. I do not know what to say.
Why don't you guys hang out a bit? I mean, we're all making friends here.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe I can whip up some of my famous cheese.
I can get, and I'm gonna say this for everyone. Do people want like a charcuterie board?
All the mice like 100% want like a charcuterie board.
Okay.
Isabyn's down with that as well.
Everybody wants a charcuterie board. Yeah.
I'll be right back, Isabyn, and I'll take a little bit of extra time getting the charcuterie board.
For the sake of like moving on to the semifinals, is there anything? Are there any bets that anybody would like to place, or anything? Anything either to like cementing a strategy for the next day, or sabotaging anybody's opponents, or anything that anybody would like to do tonight? And we'll go through that, and then we will move on to the next round and the next day.
And the bar is the place that we're playing this gig. It's kind of in this very room, or is there kind of
no? So thank you for asking. So the semifinal, sorry, the quarterfinals that you guys just played were on these like massive stadium sort of outdoor stages that have been set up like around sort of in the outer layer of the city. The big sort of like sponsored semifinal and finals are going to be held on like these massive stages that have been set up sort of like in the center of the city, like square. They're so like the whole setup is absolutely like extravagant beyond measure, and it's going to be like at the very heart of the city, and sort of like the event of the century kind of thing is what they're marketing it as.
Like like Queen at Live Aid kind of style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. If anybody's...
The only thing
Yeah.
I would ask is about our finale performance. If we get there, I would have to let Aston know. So I need to know whether we want Theramin to be the dragon, or whether we do Asta as the dragon.
I think
That's-
Theramin would be cool.
That's for the finale.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
cool.
Amazing.
Theramin, down to you.
I want to be dragon, please.
Okay.
I think Thesia will be refilling her pamphlet.
Fantastic. Okay. And the evening sort of transpires. Isabyn, do things sort of like do things sort of like progress with this guy? I'm gonna leave that all like sort of like up to you whether that happens or not.
I think Isabyn will sort of enjoy chatting to him as somebody, you know, sort of literally on the same level as her for once,
Yeah.
which is nice. But she's kind of her head isn't really in that space at the moment because she's more focused on the band. But she would do this world equivalent of getting his digits.
100%.
Whatever that might be.
Yeah, you get a sending stone. Yeah, which is like the really expensive magical item equivalent of giving somebody your number.
Cool.
Yeah. 100%. Okay. That night passes, and the next day you all come to the center of the city, and you guys can see Winnie Winfred Winchell, editor and sort of owner of the Gazette herself. This sort of middle-aged, wide as she is tall kind of woman with white curly hair and like a straight beige suit, comes up on stage like an arcane mic and does a little announcement for like the Battle of the Bands. She kind of goes, in the heart of the city of Garanseal, at the greatest city in the world, at the very heart, the core of Saigalia, we present to you the premier entertainment available for all to see, the Battle of the Bands. For the past 3 months, various bands have traveled from around the country performing for your entertainment, for your favor. For the past 2 months, we of the Grendia Gazette have brought you our reviews, responses, opinions, reactions, reports, expositions, descriptions, and delineations to keep you, one and all, up to date on all of our more exciting prospective bands. Now, you shall see the 4 most successful from each, one from each quadrant of the country, square off before we can crown our victor. Then like crowd goes wild. Wow. Presenting from the city of Meneseal, you know them, you love them, the heroes who thwarted the Arohani plot and dismantled a centuries-old regime of evil tyranny, the reserve list. And you guys are like brought out on stage. Facing off against them, they've been bringing chill beats to Orangeseal and the southwestern quadrant of Muirwood for the past few months. They have been traveling around, doing some good, doing some fun stuff. Please welcome Feywood Gray. They like come out on stage. I was like, yeah, definitely less applause for these guys, but they're great. And let the first battle begin. So the way we're gonna do this. Ooh, okay, give me 1 sec. Just responding to a thing.
While you do that, just so everyone knows, our costumes are for tomorrow. So
yeah,
dress however you want today.
So people dressing however they want to dress. We are going to employ the Battle of the Bands rules so that people can get used to them before you guys face off against each other. The way this works is you guys are going to have the opportunity to go one-on-one with each of the members of the opposing band. A victory automatically gives you a +1 on your group performance that will be done at the end. A loss will automatically give you a -1. If you lose by 5 or more, you will have the opportunity to make a saving throw. If you DC 15, if you fail that saving throw to sort of like recover your sort of like your rhythm and your and your pizzazz and your performance, if you lose that, your final performance is going to be halved, contributing to the group. If not, you will manage to recover. So let's get right into it. Reserve list. Who would like to go one-on-one with Harley with the double bass as these guys begin to perform?
Ooh, I reckon a double bass and a xylophone would go pretty well.
Absolutely. Lydia, actually give me an opposed performance roll, if you'd be so kind, against Harley with the double bass.
Okay.
It's cocked. Ooh.
Ooh. And she's not looking or feeling particularly intimidating at the moment. I wouldn't be able to do anything with that on top.
Okay.
No.
Wait, you want to do some intimidating stuff?
Well, given was especially with what she's with the nightmare realm aura that she has around her. I feel like her presence is as much intimidation as it is performance. Is there something we can do with that?
I mean, absolutely. Whether that is like you want to like, it's all very flavorful. So if you want to use like a class ability or a spell or something to try to like frighten your opponent and give him disadvantage on his performance check, you're more than welcome to do so.
Okay, let's do let's do let's do Flood of Fears then, and I'll attempt to stun him.
Oh, that is a very intense ability. Does he have to make a saving throw?
An intelligence saving throw.
Oh, no.
And if not, it's it would normally be 4d8 psychic damage. But however you want to do that in terms of affecting his performance, maybe instead.
Okay. This person gets a -1 to their intelligence, but rolled a 19 on the dice, so that's an 18 in total. Does that beat your spell save DC?
Spell save DC. Fuck. Where is that on D&D Beyond? Spell save.
I don't actually remember.
Spell save.
If you go to your spells,
okay.
click on that at the top.
I'm on the wrong tab. That's why. It's 17.
17 does manage to pass as against your Flood of Fears.
Okay. Let's go for that.
Mm-hmm.
So 21 for the performance alone.
21 is going to beat an 18. But he does not fail by more than 5. So you get a bonus of +1 to your final performance roll, and he's going to get a -1. Absolutely great. So yeah, you try to like intimidate him, and you see he just gets really into the music, and just like he just seems like a little bit high or just a little bit slower. It doesn't like really notice that you're super terrifying. But it's like yeah, very cool, like super good beats, man. Fantastic. The crowd goes wild. You come out on top. Who wants to go up against Alanio, who's on the violin? The reserve list.
What's Elliot on?
Elliot is on a flamenco guitar.
What do you think, Tombar?
Shall I do it? I'm not sure in what way drums are supposed to be a suitable complement for violin, but
I can do it then, if you want.
Well, no, I'll do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Okie date. Give me an opposed performance check.
10 plus. What do I add to this bad boy?
I believe we said 8 in total.
8. So 18.
18. 9 plus 7 is 16. So you again come out on top.
Nice.
Very nice indeed. That is 2 individual wins in the bag. And there are two members. So basically, like, you can decide between the two. Like, Isabyn, like, your influence will count as sort of like a band member against whoever doesn't get like a solo, and you'll still do like a roll off, basically. So we've got a guy called Shade who's doing percussion for these guys.
And what was the other one?
And the other is Elliot, who's on the guitar.
I think I'll go up against Shade if you want to go against Elliot.
Sure.
I am at the moment. I've done so yesterday. The way we used rope trick was the rope was still up it, so it looked like Tombar was jumping down out of nowhere. Today, what I've done is I've set it up pretty high, and I'm using a silk rope that I've wrapped vines around. That I'm using as like basically aerial silks set up so that I'm up on there.
Nice.
And I'm really good at climbing trees, so it makes sense. So I'm up on there and I'm playing, and I want to really get into the beat of the percussion and sort of play off what Shade is doing. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to sort of, at the end, what I'm going to do is I have my good berries.
Yeah.
So at the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of start swinging. Once I've done playing my solo, sort of swing. And as I'm sort of swinging out over the audience, I want to drop good berries over everyone.
Woo! Grabbing good berries, people. Yeah, absolutely. That is wonderful. You are gonna get a D6 of bardic inspiration to add to whatever your roll is.
Thank you.
It's the audience cheer for you.
Yay. Okay. Let's see. Come on, please.
Let's do it.
Ooh, didn't look wet. Oh, that's better. I think same as yesterday. 13. 17. 20. 22.
22 is very good. This is sorry, this was against Shade or Elliot? You were doing
Shade.
This against Shade. Yeah. 22 is awesome. Shade got a 16 on the die, plus 7 is 23. Manages just to squeak out. It is very close, and your aerial acrobatics are awesome. But you leaning into his rhythm kind of like gave him a little bit of an edge. So you got a -1 to your final roll there. And then last, you've got Elliot on his flamenco guitar. And what does Isabyn do?
And what Isabyn's been using her charm, and she's been working the crowd and just sort of appearing next to people at their elbows and their knees and just being like, everybody get out there, and just sort of doing that a lot in the crowd just to try and persuade people.
Fantastic.
She doesn't have to wear that.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, give me an opposed performance if you'd be so kind.
So I'm rolling, and then what am I adding to this one? The performance?
Yes.
Just performance or something else as well?
So it's, yeah, that should be your charisma modifier and your proficiency.
So I think +9.
Yeah,
plus 9. Okay. 17 then.
17. Elliot got a 13 plus 7. It's a 20. So he has managed to squeak out a victory there. And a -1 for you guys. Very even footing that you guys find yourselves on as you go into your final group performance check. Go ahead and everybody roll a new performance check, and they will roll against you. And we will see who goes on to the finals.
Ooh, 17.
20.
13 for Lydiaxa.
Sorry, 20 for Isabyn.
I got a natural 17 plus
8, so that's very good. That's a 25 for
Plus
Tombar.
+1 for your instrument.
Yep.
Okay, so 14 for Lydiaxa.
A 14 for Lydiaxa, and Gwen didn't make a great face.
No, I rolled a 3 on the dice. I think it's a 14 after subtracting the -1 from the last thing. Can I try to sneak a spell in?
And you guys absolutely may try shenanigans at this time to try to pull yourselves from the jaws of defeat. Yeah, go ahead. What spell would you like to go for?
Fear.
Yes. Tell me who you target, what they have to do.
I mean, it's a 30-foot cone. So I want to target the whole other band. No one else, but the other band.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And it must happen. Give me 1 second just to write down the numbers that they got. Great. Saving throws?
Yeah, wisdom save. DC 15, but
Wisdom is a little bit higher for these guys.
Yeah, I figured.
2 of these guys are going to pass, and 2 are going to fail.
Ooh.
So that is that is disadvantage for 2 of them on their final check. Anything from Lydiaxa that you would like to try?
It'd be fair to say that there's dim light in this room, presumably, because it's a nighttime gig, right?
It can be a nighttime gig. Absolutely. No, for sure. So a nighttime gig. The dim light can be found, as in there are sort of shadows that are cast in various places. The city is lit up for a concert. There are torches everywhere and arcane sort of like cantrip lights and magical lights that are sort of like lighting the different stages and all kinds of stuff going on. But if you want to find dim light, you absolutely may. What would you like to do?
Is that how many lights are kind of on me then at the moment? So if presumably if a light went out, I'd be in dimmer light on the stage, right?
Yes, one would say that. Yes.
Okay. Well, she's going to use her whip to try and whack out a light and where she is, and then use one with shadows to make the final kind of finale solo of the song be the xylophones playing itself to go invisible.
Very cool. Very, very cool. You knock out one of the lights. The back of the stage sort of like goes into shadow, and you see like out of the shadow, like the bones just kind of like rise out of darkness and begin to like play themselves, and everyone's like, whoa, and there's like emanating from the back. Go ahead and have a re-roll for that.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, that I'm now performance +1 for the instrument, +6 for charisma, +1 for my original performance, right? Is that how it's working?
Right. So, yeah, +1 for the instrument, +1 for your original win on your performance.
Yeah. And then charisma.
Plus your charisma, plus your proficiency.
Yeah. Fine. Let's do it. So it is worse than before. 9.
You can take the 14. If you'd like to keep the 14, you can keep the 14.
Yeah, it would be 14. It would be 14, but I never added on the +1 for the win, so it would be a 15 in total.
And you're adding the +4 for your proficiency? Is your charisma is +6, you said?
Yeah, so on here I've got +6 in performance.
So that will already incorporate, I think.
Yeah, so I'm a +5 in charisma, and I've got a +4 proficiency bonus.
Oh, so it should be +9 to what you roll on the die.
Oh, +10, +10, is it?
Yeah, with the instrument, it'll be +10 in total.
Yeah.
And then +1 for your win.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I haven't been added that in. Sorry.
That's all good.
Okay, so I before I added, what was that? An 8, wasn't it? So
You add an 8, so it's 18 plus 1 is 19.
Yep, there we go.
Beautiful.
Got there in the end.
Boom. That is 45, 59, 68, 78. So that's very consistent indeed. You guys get that W. I'm gonna re-roll 2 of these for the opponents. Oh, that's so much worse. Oh, that's so much worse. No. Okay. 38, 49, 57 for your opponents, which it went down from like a hefty number. Oh no, plus 2 from their wins. So an even 60 as you guys, through your magical shenanigans, managed to win the semifinals against Feywood Grey. The crowd goes nuts. Woo! And people eat their good berries and feel great. Incredible. Well done. Next up, Winnie Winford Witchell will introduce, hailing from, you know them as the heroes of Cess and Seal who wiped out the threat of the UNT that have plagued this world for centuries. Everybody give it up for the Mockeries. Woo! And facing off against them, the most of relatable angels you'll ever meet. They're into political science and rocking out. Welcome, the Relatable Angels. And the Relatable Angels come up on stage looking very they are kind of like a metal band. They they absolutely shred when they play. And we're gonna do sort of like one-on-ones. Again, who would like to go up against Josiah of the bass guitar?
Silence.
Nobody wants to face Josiah. That's fine. There are others.
It's going first is the problem.
That's fine. I'll go against Josiah. Also, can I just say, as we are going on stage, Thesia will bardic inspire crowd.
Beautiful.
I will also say I did roll and I got woe. So
you're going to be doing detrimental things to your opponents this time around. Beautiful.
yes.
Can I just say, I'm sorry my camera's off. I'm on my balcony and I don't want to record it. That's all right.
That's all fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
No worries.
Lil, that's
whatsoever.
a D12.
What can I roll it on? Sorry.
Your ability checks, I imagine, would be what you want to use it for here.
Okay.
You can use it for your performance. Okay, yeah, you see like one of these angels. Looks like he and Gerard, who are on drums, are sort of like twins. And he's got his like bass guitar, like go ahead
Very
and
Scott
make
Pilgrim.
Me, oh yes, this is incredibly Scott Pilgrim for sure. Go ahead and roll me an opposed performance check against this dude.
I will.
24.
Calculator.
Don't you
That
love
sounds
it?
great.
I love it when your players say, "I need to get out a calculator."
35.
Damn it. Beautiful. He's gonna roll a charisma saving throw. As you absolutely demolish him. Does pass. Gets a 16 on his save, DC 15. Manages to recover, but you're going to get a +1, and he's going to get a -1 to the final thing.
Yay.
Woo. On drums, we've got Gerard, his twin brother. Who would like to go?
I will go.
Amazing. Guitar versus drums. Go ahead and roll me that opposed performance check.
Ooh, what is it? 16 plus What am I plussing?
I was getting excited for a second because he got an 18 in total, but
16. So I'm really slow at this bit.
that's
So bear with
okay.
me. Okay. It is, drumroll please, 29.
He's gonna make a saving throw. DC 15 charisma save. Makes it on the die. He's got a 16. So these guys are managing to recover from their losses against you, but are losing very handily in one-on-ones against Thesia and Theramin. And then Cloud, would you like to go up against the headliner Sam, who's on vocals, or against Kalmia, who is on electric guitar?
I'll go up against vocals, but whilst I'm playing, I'd like to cast Feeble Mind on him.
Sam's a girl. Go ahead. I need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Yes, and you do have low, so it's a minus D6.
All right.
Just pulling out an 8th level spell in the middle of this. Yeah.
I mean, I was like vocals. I was like, yes.
Okay, so at a 10 on the die with a -4, a +3 for the thing, but absolutely not. So
No.
fails Feeble Mind in the middle of sort of like doing the vocals, just stops singing and like eyes go kind of blank and begins to just drool a little bit.
No.
Brutal.
Lobotomized that
You just
woman.
lobotomized this woman.
Sorry.
She's gonna be like this for 30 days.
30 days.
No, I will like to say when the performance is over, I cast Heal on her, which cancels the effect.
Fine, you can do that after the performance, but holy hell.
It's because it's the angels from the fight. Cloud's not playing around.
They
were
helped
helping you.
They were on your side.
Yeah, but it's just a memory though.
I
She's got
see.
serious PTSD. Like she doesn't want any memories from that.
So yeah, you're like ready to play, and you're like, yeah, and then you see these angels, you're just like, I will win. And you like Feeble Mind your opponent. Kalmia's gonna jump in. Give me an opposed performance roll against Kalmia, who jumps in. This fallen Asmar who just like kind of like goes into like almost looks like pencil art animation style.
No.
Okay. I got a natural 20 and 12.
No.
I got max on both dice.
No, that's too good.
That's 30.
That's way too strong.
The Mockeries
Okay,
are
so
back.
that is insane. Rolled a natural 18 on the die, so a 25 is going to make a saving throw. Succeeds. Holy hell! Go ahead and make a group performance check. Sam just doesn't get to roll here, so the other three are going to like try to make up for it, and then
A natural 20.
God damn it!
Oh, for 21.
21, and add your performance modifier.
That is with everything.
Oh, so it's 21 in
So I've
total.
got an 18 plus 2 plus 1. 21.
You had 2 for your performance checks?
Yes.
Ah, cool. Awesome stuff. So 21 from Cloud.
Can we do shenanigans and try and put them at disadvantage? I mean, not that they need it, but I just want to try.
This is brutal overkill, but yes, absolutely do what you want to do.
This is the Mockeries.
This is the Mockeries.
It is exactly like Coin. He's not just dead. I flung his body because I used Shatter.
Sure. Okay.
Can I don't know if it's going to work. It hasn't worked before.
Okay.
Can I cast Sleep at 6th level?
Absolutely. Roll it, add up the HP, and see what you get.
So 5d8, and then when you cast a spell using a spell slot 2nd level or higher, roll in addition 2d8.
Oh, okay. So you're adding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're adding 10 d8 on top of the 5, so 15 d8.
You wanted to do it at this level.
I can roll it for you if you'd like.
Yes, because I don't have enough dice.
Okay, so that is start with 23, 33, 36, 37, 39.
I'm so sorry for this band. I've
49,
just got humiliated.
59, 66. You can see you see Kalmia goes unconscious on stage. Okay, so Kalmia's die is taken off. The other two remain unaffected. I mean, guys,
Callum, anything you want to do?
like, yeah, any other shenanigans that you guys have got?
Just kill him at this point. Don't
This
speak
is-
nicer.
This is madness.
I
I
have
think
no
Marcus
idea.
is just making a point.
Yeah.
This is the do not F with us kind of thing.
I think I
I'm
might
ready
just
to
get the
lie.
flock to kind of flock around people and annoy them. Nothing harmful, just like kind of like that sort of thing.
I'll make a little check. They manage to not be affected by the pseudo dragons, and everyone's like, "Oh, pseudo dragons! They're going around the angels. That's kind of cool."
Okay.
It doesn't
Well,
help
that
them,
failed.
but it's like it's nice. Go ahead and roll those performance checks, Thesia and Theramin.
35.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not as good as okay. 11 plus 13 is 30. 24.
24. Mockeries, you end with a 56, 80 with another 80. Interesting. Or no,
That's
86
weird.
you got before. They end with 25 plus 14 is 29 minus 2 is 27. As you absolutely take their band to pieces. You see some audience, a good portion of the audience is like straight uncomfortable with what they saw. Most people are like, yeah, Mockeries, kill them. But yeah, it is like by the end they're barely able to like play anything.
I like to make it very
music
public when I
dominates.
go to heal the lead singer Sam. I make it very public that that's what I go and do.
Yeah, well, 100%. You go over, like, Design Gerard are like, that wasn't cool. And then you like heal him, we're like, it still wasn't cool, but thank you for that.
Yeah.
And they like wake up their friend. And with that, both bands have proceeded to the semifinals. I think we should call it just a 10-minute bio break and then come back and then
Thank
you guys
you.
will face
Yeah.
one
Perfect.
another. Great, everybody, we're back. And the semifinals conclude. From what like the discussions were, these two bands for sure were the favorites to get this far. You know, like of all of the bands, it turns out percentage-wise, a very low number of bands saved the country and did like massive political good in the world. So yeah, you guys have a little bit of an added boost to your popularity, it turns out. But yes, these and you guys were gonna throw a party at your father's at Edgar's estate.
Gwen will say to the group, pretty shortly after seeing what the hell just happened. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think my kind of plan is gonna work. Let's still throw a party because I need a drink. But I don't think it's gonna quite. Yeah, a party for the sake of party. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, you guys look to each other. You like having just witnessed the Mockeries, absolutely, just brutal. It was absolutely a brutal takedown of their foes. almost turned into just a magical combat that they inflicted on their enemies in order to win their match, when they probably could have won just through musical talent alone anyway. Also, you guys, Isabyn, with your managerial eye, you've been keeping an eye on the Mockeries track record and on the reserve list track record. They are a degree better than you guys, and you can tell that.
Shit.
At this point, not only being far, very clearly these guys are more powerful, each of them is an individually powerful spellcaster in their own right, but musically just these guys are really good, and also they can turn us into drooling vegetables.
Does that Isabyn think the bands need a bit of a pep talk?
At the very least.
Okay, so Isabyn will gather the band and be like, guys, you saw what happened there. This is not a matter of bringing your A game today. This is some serious shit. If you want to win this, and we are going to win this, you've got to play better than you've ever played before. And I'm not averse to some magic or tricks or whatever. Let's have a discussion.
As far as legalities and rules are concerned, everything they did was above board, apparently. So people, as long as it's entertaining, people are into it. I'm gonna say that this conversation will move to the party that night. Is the other band invited to that party, or ordinary people invited to that?
I was thinking of inviting all the bands, guest of honor to the Haywood.
Yep.
Ray, just kind of be like, hey man, I'm sorry I cast fear on it. Yeah, we got a theme of love, hate, fear and longing. Right, so we were just
That's our debut album, Love, Hate, Fear and Longing.
Love, hate, fear and longing in Las Vegas.
Oh, very cool, very cool. What's Las Vegas?
Oh, you haven't? It's in Thorgrove.
Oh, cool.
It's
cool.
Thematically very different from the rest of Thorgrove, but it's worth checking out.
Sounds sweet. Yeah, thanks for
nice,
inviting us.
man.
It was a great time. Getting heart palpitations on stage is totally normal. So no harm, no foul, right?
We should jam sometime.
We should absolutely jam. We'll stay in the capital for a bit after this, and we'll jam. Yeah.
Nice. I would have asked the rest of the band how they felt about inviting the Mockeries, but I feel like we should invite them. It's a show of good faith. Maybe they won't murder us tomorrow if we're nice to them.
Fantastic. The Mockeries are invited, and you guys, this party is happening. I'm gonna run two little conversations here. The first of which is Edgar. Edgar's just going to come over to you guys and to Gwen and kind of go hey, sweetie, how's it going? I saw your performance. You looked fantastic. It looked really, really good. How you guys feeling going in for tomorrow?
Pretty good.
Great.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that those three individually would be a challenge for me to fight. They're on the level of me and the general. So I'm just kind of telling you that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know how the hell they got that strong. But that's kind of what the deal is there. So I just want to make sure you're okay and you're taking any, sort of precautions and things that you're gonna take.
Right.
You go first, Tombar.
Well, what do we do? What spells do we have at our disposal?
mean, you guys have been like very creative with what you've done before. I mean, even Tombar, just like the mage hand stuff and the any thaumaturgy bits and bobs, finds and good
I feel
berries and
like
theatrics aside.
Tombar at this point starts to get impatient, and he's like, "Why are you here? You have like, is there any reason for you being here? Because you don't seem like the kind of person who would turn up for a chit chat."
It's his house.
It's my
Oh
house.
shit! Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still,
so
like, we're in a big party, right?
we are in a big party. Yeah. I do. There is the
This is my point. Because it's like, okay, we're in his house.
yeah.
Fair enough. But why is he? Why has he invited us all over? Because he has invited us.
Well, I did.
Wow.
I sort of have the open invitation for my daughter to stay with me for whenever and however long she wants to, and have her to take advantage of that and bring along whom she wishes.
Yeah,
So
but what's going? Something's going on though.
I've been. You're not wrong. He's not wrong that something is going on.
Parental guilt?
No, I mean that all the time, but no. In this particular situation, there have been little rumblings in certain circles. There's a woman who asked me to introduce her to you guys. I wanted to check in with you, see if that's something you would like before I did that. Her name is Evelyn Clarenbear. She's a noble woman, and she's interested in having a chat with you guys. As far as reputations go, I've got nothing specifically against Evelyn. Her husband is an absolute prick, but she seems, relatively okay. But we trade in different circles.
Ominous. Looking back to the band, have we had like Clarenbears? They're not someone we stole from, right?
Like that. Not that I know of, no.
Can I get a group history check from all of you guys?
Ooh, Alberta can't roll today.
That's not good.
That's
7.
Okay.
15.
16.
15, 16. Lydiaxa?
That is a 16.
Okay.
Despite me being in minus numbers for intelligence.
No, well done. Lydiaxa and Isabyn. It's on the tip of Gwen's tongue. I know did we steal from them or something? You guys have not stolen from Clarenbears. You have met a Tristan Clarenbear before in Crosshire. He sponsored a band who went against you, and they employed magic to try to cheat their way to victory against you. Especially trying to hypnotize the audience to be on their side.
Interesting.
He was
Very
insufferable.
And we
So-
remember this.
You guys remember this, and Evelyn Clarenbear is looking to talk to you guys.
I see.
Is this like a marital spat?
I don't see why she would want to talk to you guys about her marriage.
Is she trying to one up? There's a lot of families trying to one up the other one.
There's a lot of that goes on. Tristan's not got his whole deal was he wanted to get a sponsored band of his to be the winner of the Battle of the Bands. He's failed in doing that. He's frankly a bad businessman. Sort of old money, not worthy of the fortune kind of deal. But his wife is a different story. They're the reason that family's still afloat, basically.
What do you guys think?
Let's have a chat.
Okay. He he leaves, and he'll be like, I'll leave you guys to it. What your business is your business. And a lady named Evelyn Clarenbear will come over. Hello, one and all, reserve list. Most excellent to meet you in person. I'm an absolute fan. She's got like a flute of prosecco kind of going, and very, very lovely gown, little train, yes, absolutely wonderful. I was hoping to speak to you all in private about the competition tomorrow.
Okay, what did you want to speak to us about?
Looks to you, or look, and the rest is there somebody somewhere a little bit more where we could not necessarily be overheard in what we're going to speak about?
Yeah, as long as you don't like try to kill us.
Oh no, I'm like a normal person, and all of you seem very dangerous based on the stories I've heard of you.
Do I believe her?
Roll me an insight check.
Oh boy, I cannot.
Can I roll one as well, please?
Yes, absolutely. Anybody who wants
16.
to from the reserve list. 16.
Oh, I'm getting some insight. Come on.
Like,
What do I add?
Wisdom and wisdom and proficiency if you've got proficiency, or just wisdom modifier.
Wisdom is a -1, and proficiency is
+4, so +3 to whatever you roll in the d20.
+3, 13.
13. Okay.
20.
Beautiful. Is Lydiana rolling, or is she?
She's done a 13, so
13. I think Gwen. She's not dangerous in that way, and she is on her own. Like, she's not armed or anything. You can tell she's not got any weapons or anything on her. Isabyn, with a little bit more insight into this moment, it's like she goes, "I'm an ordinary person." She doesn't believe that. She's high society, rich trash. She believes she's better than everyone, but not dangerous, not a combatant in any way.
Cool.
Yeah, 100%.
So are there rooms that we could go to here?
Yeah, 100%. And you guys go to a room. So I suppose naturally you must have seen what happened to the Mockeries competition this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Not hard to miss.
Not hard to miss at all. Now, personally, if I were the one who was running this whole affair, I would prevent any spell casting of that kind of being used. But it makes the masses happy, and therefore their shenanigans are allowed to proceed. That being the case, all being fair, I don't see how it's possible you don't end up as potatoes tomorrow, do you?
You think that they would do something like that to us then, so they can win?
If they were willing to do it for the semifinals, I don't see why they wouldn't be willing to do it when the stakes are even higher for the finals.
And why are you telling us this?
Well, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I would like to help.
Why?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm doing it for my own self-interest. My plan is to put an enormous sum on you when the odds are against you, give you some extra little boost magic items to help you beat the Mockeries in your battle, and then I will earn a significant amount of money. Because if they're going to play dirty, why don't we?
Interesting.
Isabyn doesn't like the way she said we. Let's put her hackles up.
What happens if we lose?
I'm out a great deal of money indeed. But
is that going to be a problem?
Oh no. All is fair in this risk. Obviously, ask that you don't take the fall. You want that 1,000,000 gold reward.
And would anyone know that you'd helped us?
Even if they did, magic is allowed. Magic items are allowed. Nobody would be able to call foul. Especially not with them casting Feeble Mind on their opponents.
Should we have a band chat?
I'm more than happy to let you discuss. I'll wait outside.
Thank you.
Close the door behind her.
Can somebody cast some sort of magic bubble that we can not be overheard in? Because Isabyn can't do any magic.
I can do rope trick. And I'll get us up in there and sit different.
Yeah, you guys sit in the rope trick.
I was like, no, I can't. Like, I can kind of do something.
Nobody will hear you when you're in the
Yeah.
rope trick. Yeah, 100%. I mean, in theory, Lady Oxa could probably take you guys to the nightmare realm.
No! Not again.
So here's the thing.
Yeah, what have you taken that from? What have you taken from that?
If she's already rich, why does she want to? Why?
I don't know what all rich people do. Try and make more
Yeah.
money once they already have a lot.
That is very true.
We could ask her like what she's gonna do with the money.
Mm.
Because, you know, rich people are known for being very transparent about where they put their money.
Oh yeah.
I'm apparently still struggling with a bit of a bias against the upper classes. I'm gonna be honest here. Like, I don't think living here sometimes has changed that. So I think also the fact that she's like a contact of my dad is like actually not working in her favor.
He specifically said like this is somebody who's like in the same circle as me, but like is on this like in the upper classes, but not somebody that I have any connection to like in the circles that we trade in, like business wise.
Yeah, she just sees contact of dad woman.
Sorry, Alberta, what was that?
Yeah, my internet.
You're back.
Is that my connection? Am I back?
Mm-hmm.
Am I back? I know I froze for a second there.
Yeah, we've lost Josh.
Yeah.
I could hear you. Oh, you're kind of. There's a frame of you.
Yeah, there's a frame.
Very slow.
But
I'll be back in a second. God damn it.
I think you're back, Josh.
Yeah.
Am I back?
You can see your eyes flitting around.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Very clear now.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like
a bit
90%
laggy,
back.
but yeah.
Yeah, something's just happened to my Wi-Fi. I don't know what it is. It's been happening every single night when I've been on Zoom for the last little while. I'm gonna investigate further later. I think you're all back for me.
You're good for now. About 95%, I'd say.
Okay. Sorry, Alberta, what was that you were saying?
Oh, just she's not seeing the nuances of like, oh, we don't run in the same circles. We're just sort of like the same echelon.
Yeah.
She's just like, she's still a bit meh about her dad's stuff. And she's also like, what are you doing with this lady? Edgar.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I don't think I should be left to make this decision. I think I will make it based on emotion and childhood problems.
Your gut instinct is to say no, though.
I mean, I want magic items. I just don't know if I trust her.
Mm-hmm.
We could see the magic items.
Lady Axa, what do you think?
For fuck's sake.
approached other bands with the same proposition?
It's
Yeah.
possible.
Because if she's approached other bands with the same proposition, then something's up.
Shall we ask her?
You also
I mean, she's-
send Ito on to bring them on.
Or let's do exactly the same to all of the other bands and see what happens. No, that's silly.
I mean, we don't really have anything to offer.
I could try and intimidate her to see the real reason as to why she's doing it.
Yeah? You guys want to bring her back in?
And then you can just blame me on being dark and witchy if she gets flustered about it.
Yeah.
Bless
Because
you,
we're like,
Lydia.
Good cop, bad cop.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Incredible. She comes back into the room.
I'm
She's
stood a bit back from the others, just kind of in the corner, not really kind of keeping an eye from afar.
She clocks you. She has like I don't know, some kind of like trunk of holding, which she clicks open and reveals to you like magical instruments of the types that you all use, bass lyre, xylophones, and a drum set that seem to be very magical indeed, very, very potent. She goes, it's not as though you're changing up anything about your play style. You'll still be very comfortable with these. They're just a little bit more magical, give you that edge to just to fight on even ground with these incredibly powerful individuals.
They like block incoming magic.
These give instead of a +1 bonus, they will give a +5 bonus, and they will grant you magic resistance. So you will get a advantage on your saving throws against incoming effects.
The actor just kind of storms over and puts doesn't even touch the roof, the kind of top of the trunk or whatever. She just kind of waves at it and it slams shut. Dust kind of goes across the floor, and the others kind of step back and are acting kind of scared of me, although they know what's going on. And I attempt to intimidate her and say, "What's the real reason you're offering us? This is an offer too good to be true. You know that. What is your motive here?"
Roll me an intimidation check if you'd be so kind.
Oh, 27.
No!
That's an 18 plus my 9 that I've got in intimidation.
That is intense. Coming out of nowhere, this lady was coming to you with what, like, she's just like, everybody's in it for their own, like, everyone's got self-interest on the line, everybody's involved for their own thing. I'm offering them a chance to like win the thing when they can't. This is probably gonna go down well. You come over, it's just like out of nowhere for her, just like completely terrified of you. And she's not used to this kind of like confronting somebody like you. Not many people are, to be fair, but she's, relatively sheltered from adventurers and ne'er-do-wells, etc. And she just kind of quivers like, there's a chance to make a great deal of money. Myself and many other nobles are using this as a chance to make an incredible amount of money and shift sort of the power of the nobility for ourselves.
I kind of look round at Gwen and the others, kind of raise my eyes as if to say, what do we think?
What families?
Exactly.
She tells you that she is working with Lord Hugo Autumnson, whom you met in your first place that you went. Her husband Tristan, a woman named Goneril Contore from Menacil, who lost an incredible amount of trade and traffic from Aruhan when you guys dismantled their government. Lady Olivia Hathmore, same kind of situation as Contore, and her second cousin, once removed, Edmund Rathmore, who was set up in Sessenseal, lost a great deal of business when the Yuan Ti attacked. And it seems they are trying to salvage their own dwindling influence and power at a state, and trying to shift that well to the other side and gains a lot of their power back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I see. Power move.
I'm gonna say that you guys looking at her, you can tell that all of this is true. There's one other piece of information that she's keeping. She's keeping held back, even in this situation.
Please excuse my friend Lydia here. You know, we've had a rough time. We appreciate you being honest with us. We've had a rough time with some sort of noble families, like, you know, like the Gureshes and the Legazis. You know how it is. Did she react?
There it is, Legazis. You get a reaction.
So, you know.
Interesting. Legazis are back.
So I think we'll have to talk to one of our other patrons about this. But this is a really great offer. We'll get back to you.
Right. This offer, obviously, I don't think you're going to get a better one, and the alternative is losing the battle of the bands. I don't understand. I don't understand what you lose by taking my deal, even knowing all the things that I've just told you.
I think we're gonna have to talk to our other patron.
She greed, desperation, and fear are at war within this woman. And she's like almost like frozen in place, but she just like takes the briefcase and leaves the room, like visibly shaking.
See you around the courts.
Not our favourite people.
These are involved somehow in this plot of theirs.
Mm-mm.
I feel like we should tell my dad.
Tell who?
My dad.
Mm-hmm.
True. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, this is all going on. This is all happening. Mockeries, like, guys, you have been at this party. Just, I imagine, having a good time. Anything specifically you wanted to get up to, or are we good to like run this next little bit and then move on to the battle itself?
I'd like. Oh no, you carry on. Sorry, I was going to say, I think Thesia going to tell Cloud off. Yeah, I was going to say, me and Callum were probably just like, well, me and Theramin were probably playing around with something during that whole thing, just making fun. Yeah,
if you haven't got one, you should get one, basically, from a lovely lady called Daisy.
Daisy makes a little dice bag.
Oh, cool.
I've just got two
And
more as well
Susie.
on the way. Anyway, but yeah, I think I'll probably be
With
drinking.
scales.
Oh, gorgeous.
Thesea's going to go up to Cloud and like gently hold her shoulders, look down at her and go, please do not melt people's brains on stage. I was doing something called putting them asleep. You went too far.
Yes, but did you notice them? Did you see them? And like, I'm shaking you back. Like, I thought this was over. I thought everything was done. I thought this was finished. I thought I wouldn't have to think about this. Like, complete meltdown in the middle of the party.
Thesea's just going to kind of like scratch behind the ears, like, oh, calm down. But don't do that again.
No, I know. It's just I went a bit too far. I'm still learning all of this stuff. I'm not from here. I don't understand the social norms still.
It's not a good social norm in your tribe to melt someone's brain. Let's be very clear
No,
about
but
that.
Cloud is but it's like the worn, torn world. Like she does anything to win is her thing.
Hey, gentle tactics, sleep, charm, maybe scare them a little bit.
I did heal them. I wasn't going to leave them like that for 30 days.
I know. Thank you. But can we not make babbling mess people on stage in front of everybody? It was fun, but charming and scaring.
That's all I've got is offensive or melt brainy stuff.
Right, rule, no ice knife. No ice knife, no ice knife.
Use ice knife. A bit too far. Even for me.
I'm just gonna pat you on the head like
a memory plays in Cloud's mind of throwing an ice knife into a UNT person and just executing them in one blow.
I think at least nobody's going to forget it, are they? Anytime soon. We've made an impression.
Yeah, I should probably apologize to Dylan though.
Yeah.
I don't really disagree with the impact, just the method. And that's coming from me.
Yeah, but I'm not as good as you guys. I don't do this performing stuff. I don't go out on stage until I met you guys. I'm not as good as you guys. I have to find my other ways. All I've got is buttons and a dancing skeleton.
Dancing
I was going to
skeleton.
cut it.
Yeah, I was dancing skeleton. All I've got is a dancing skeleton. That's such a comfort. It's a dancing skeleton. What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's all you
I've got a
need.
good raven. That might help.
Not that.
No? Okay.
You got this. Like patting her on the back, like you got this.
But this is big. This is for you guys.
We just remember how we've done it before and just do the same. We don't need to one up ourselves. We did really well, and like we don't need to melt anybody's brains or anything.
Melt their brains. I just made them stupid.
You've got star forms. You can illuminate the stage. Remember that.
Yeah. Well, I still think the polymorph might be our best bet.
Yes.
I wanted to ask about that. When I turn back into a dragon, can I make the dragon like combust into flames and I kind of come out of the flames?
I have a spell, but I will have to double check whether I can use them both at the same time.
And the conversation moves towards constructive ways that you guys can perform the next day. Dylan will join you for that. Definitely being like, yeah, the melting thing, like I've got a lot of like people don't want to mess with me anymore, but also that's kind of, that's not great. And we move over to the reserve list, deliberating whether or not to take this deal. And you guys talk to Edgar. Right. Okay. So, so you're saying that this group of people, they want to make a shit ton of money off of you, and the Legazis are involved somehow.
Yeah.
Exactement.
Well, far be it from me to dictate what the moral thing is to do here. What are you all thinking, and how can I assist you to make your decision?
I know what I think. What do you guys think?
Do you think we should ask her? Can she hear us deliberating?
No. You guys are off somewhere with Edgar talking. So she's
Sure.
somewhere else, and you guys are on your own.
Should we try and squeeze the Legazi link out of her, or do we care that much?
Yeah, let's completely terrorize her.
Now, look,
That's what I think.
Any further than what you already did, I think it's going to be like a tie her down to interrogate her thing, and we don't get to come back from that. So, let's take it a step back. All right.
Let's come back.
No, like socially, that's pretty. That like charges start getting brought forward when that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't want to give those people more money. They're all kind of sounding like dicks. I mean, there's some I don't know as much about, but like the ones I know about suck. And also the Legazis, I don't want to give them more money, or I don't. Maybe they what if they provided the instruments and they're like cursed or something?
Exactly.
Or their like souls are inside the skulls of the xylobones or something. Their eyes are gonna grow green or something.
Edgar will do says if you want me there, I can double check the items themselves and see if there's anything like nasty about those. Probably what's happening is these people like their businesses have been going down. Legazis run a very profitable sort of loan sharking, as one of the many things that they do. So it's possible that these guys are trying to salvage themselves, and the Legazi involvement is that they're paying off their debts to the Legazis. These kind of self-interested people are rarely actual members of the cabal. The whole point of having like a shadow organization,
Right.
So,
do we believe this? Do we really believe it?
They could be. They could be pure evil, but I think it's more likely that they're just trying to get out of debt.
Could we like make a deal with them that like if we do this, they cut off all ties with the Legazis once their debts are paid off?
That's a good idea. And we could get your dad to do the magic check first, just to be double sure, and then do a deal. Because I want to win.
Yeah.
Make a pact.
Okay. If that's what you guys decide that you're going to do,
we're making a pact to the Legazis.
No, not at all.
The people were saving them from I don't.
Oh right, sorry.
So they don't have to work with the Legazis anymore. They can pay them off and then leave them behind.
Right.
Okay. While this conversation has been happening, I have been making paying attention, but also I've showed some tusks. I'm making mini axes.
Incredible. Edgar takes like 1 second and like he's going like, all right, so yeah, I'll come with you. We'll go to we'll go to the sitting room and like, where did you get those? Did those come off of the wall?
Yeah. Why do you have these? They're weird.
My family have been. That's fine. That's fine. I'm chill. That's all good. Yeah, we're gonna. And he calls over like a servant, like we're gonna have to take down the boarhead. The one that has gone tuskless. It's like yeah, that one.
I mean, we can take them all down and like sell them and like give the money to charities. I think it's a little tasteless that we have them up.
I'm sure the young lady is joking, and the servant like walks off and he goes, "You're gonna have to with this particular kind of institutional snobbiness. We can have a talk about that later."
Sewing.
You guys everything checks out. Those magic items don't have any curses or anything on them. They're just very, very powerful. Like Lagazis would have sourced these. And part of her thing is like, oh yeah, and if I can get those back afterwards, that would be great. And once my debts are paid off to Lagazis, never going to talk to them again. Absolutely not.
Yeah, and you're gonna tell all your friends not to talk to them again.
I will tell them.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
100%. We are all very scared of them and do not want to talk to them again after this anyway.
Okay. We can have a screw the Lagazis party sometime.
Definitely don't want to have something public, but we can all say it together, but give thumbs up. That's what we'll do. And that all goes through, and the next day arrives. We reach the finals of the Battle of the Band. 1 million gold is on the line for the winners, as well as the reputation of greatest band, not only in Grandia, but in the world. My fellows, how do you come on stage? Let's begin with the Mockeries. How do the Mockeries enter the stage?
Dragon styley. Sorry.
Dragon
Black
style.
dragon. Black dragon for Theramin. That's what I polymorph him into.
Incredible.
The dragons, yeah, I don't know. That doesn't look very dragony when I do that, but yes, I fly in.
That's kind of like pseudo dragony, but like, yeah, you can just have a wild. You're a massive dragon with like little bat wings.
Have we figured out if I can come out of a burst of flames, or is that too much?
So I
ask?
have got a spell, but it's on myself, so you'd have to land next to me, and then it would look like.
Sorry, I could do major image, couldn't I, or something?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You could use major image.
Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to do that when we swoop in.
I've also got wheel because it's a new day.
Very nice.
Cool.
I think.
So can I swoop in? Are we telling what's happening?
Yeah, you swoop in. Go for it.
Swoop in, big old dragon style, and make a big roar and kind of look out over the crowd, and then look up, and then just shoot flames. And then the flames kind of, as I cast major image, the flames kind of come back round and then engulf this dragon. And out of the ashes comes me doing a guitar solo on my knees, doing a like knee skid like a kid at a disco.
The crowd goes absolutely wild. They've never seen any entrance as absolutely extra as that. It's amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. Anything from Thesia and Cloud?
Nice.
I think Thesia will pinch the pseudo dragons for a moment because I'll be wearing my cloak of displacement. So I'll be coming in. They'll be like making the cloak float better even behind. Drop me behind Theramin. So when I land on stage, the audience will see me, but I'll be like shifting, like they can't quite look at me as I walk, and I'll use prestidigitation. So every time my feet hit the floor, little sparks will come out as I'm walking, and I'm like shifting.
Hell yeah.
Chef's kiss. Very nice indeed.
Cloud would enter from a side playing her lyre, but she's conjured a air elemental and she's like walking it on stage with her lyre. And she wants it to stand behind them to sort of create like this soft gust of like bellowing their cloaks and everything.
And your hair and cloaks billow.
Yeah.
Majestically.
A couple of seconds into it, she'll dispel it just because she knows if she loses concentration on it, it could go very wrong very quickly.
Yes. that is a solid call. From Cloud there.
So she just uses it to sort of like create an atmosphere with like billowing a little bit after Theramin's grand entrance.
That's how I roll.
I know. And she'll get a little skeleton out and place it at the front of the stage.
Yeah, little skeleton. Little one.
I love the skeleton.
It's so cool.
Can we get Dylan to just kind of trot around on the ceiling as well, please?
Dylan trots around on the ceiling. He comes upside down and announces the Mockeries entrance. A pretty solid intro. He looks like his knees are knocking with with nerves, but he delivers a pretty good introduction for you guys.
Love him.
And then he sort of walks along the ceiling and comes off stage. Reserve list. Isabyn, would you like to introduce your band to the crowd?
I think Isabyn isn't really one for centre stage. She's not really one to go on and introduce people, so she would prefer somebody else in the band to do something else. She could announce it from off stage, maybe on a microphone or something, but she's not one to run on and be like, "Hey, look at me." It's not really her style.
What is the entrance that the reserve list makes here?
Gwen?
Well, Lydiaxa parts the ground and in front of the stage, and it kind of opens up what looks like hell, and there's flames and spitting out kind of like molten lava, and kind of ghosts' faces are kind of screaming out from the ground, and she kind of is able to channel, just kind of raising the whole band through this crack in front of the stage, and they just kind of all back onto it together.
From the depths of the nightmare with hell lava and monsters and screaming ghosts,
Exactly.
you rise and end up on stage. And any little extra bits from Tombar and Gwen?
Okay. How do I enter? What can I do? What kind of magic have we got at our disposals here? Rope trick's already been done. Can I levitate?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Oh, what about charm person?
You can definitely try that, but that'll be more useful for the actual, like, when you're faced, like, this is just the entrance, is what I'm saying.
Distort value.
You want to make something look more expensive than it is? Or less expensive?
No, not really. I mean, that's like,
you can use your, like, elemental orb to, like, do a little special effects thing over the stage or something.
What have I got on the other side?
Why don't you think about that? Gwen, what do you got?
So Gwen had requested from the lighting people very low light on stage to sort of start us off. So Lydiaxa has us coming out of the ground, rising up, and it's very low light. So we all sort of, as we're getting on the stage, different things are happening. Gwen's gonna run across the front of the stage and create, have spike growth start coming up as sort of like to frame the front of the stage. And then she's gonna dart into sort of across the stage from darkness to darkness, because creatures who rely on dark vision to see me in the dark, I'm invisible to them. So just so there's this like weird like darting like sort of silhouette sort of going in the background sort of as the others set up. And then when sort of we start playing, that's when I'll sort of come out and I'll start sort of dancing and playing my lyre, like some sort of weird, mad, fallen aristocrat, just gone a little off, but having like fae fun.
Incredible showmanship or showwomanship. And you guys have got those costumes that you've procured, looking absolutely amazing. Any little bits for Tombar?
Okay, Tombar lets off an array of orbs into the sky. That's like the opening ceremony at the Olympics.
Incredible.
And they're all timed to like go off midair as he hits his drum, so they're just like streaks and they disappear off into darkness, and then he goes and they will go yeah, and then there's like magical dust then just like rains onto the audience and they're all like in a shower of stars.
Everybody has brought their game, my friend.
That was great.
That is awesome. The audience is truly captivated. I does not know which way to go. You two bands face off against each other. This is it. This is the moment. And you guys look out over the crowd. Reserve list. You guys see all these people that you have met along your journey have gathered here. You see Shadison and Adelaide. You see the Adelaide's sister Annie, and various other folks from across your campuses. You see the bookkeeper Glyn and Dee Pondsmith and Traho Dis. You see the people from Rithertell, from Gerada and her husband Glog. Their son Orin is here. You see Peregrine Trillian, the barkeep from the first bar that you guys went to in Batterbury. You guys, Isabyn, you see your aunt, Ciara Alunez. You guys see Master Ulani, Jane Krutuknath. Raynar Pointy Blacksails has made an appearance, as well as Aldous Otto and the people from the House of Skullduggery in Meneseal. Samatir Fazim and Madame Mad are in the crowd, as well as Edgar, of course, your dad, and your mum has shown up. Sylvana Siannodel is here. And Fretna Silverhair as well, who played with you very briefly in that first tavern in the capital. Mockeries, you look out over the crowd. You guys see everybody. Eddie and Bobbin from the first tavern in Oddmore. Mockery himself. Eberk Burrofound, Maruk, the bank guard turned manager. You see Og the Mountain Goliath and his buddies. Barbina Stonehurst, who helped you so much in Sessenseal with your armor, etc. M from who sees the symbol emblazoned on your chest and just beams with pride and joy. You see Finicky Fergus and Neptulus, the married, show up. Talia Bernard, of course, your parents. All of the Tabaxi are here in support of Cloud. Everybody has arrived. Duna, who looks very, I'm gonna say it, turned on by Dylan's introduction of your band. You see the Lord Silas Robinguard and his wife Leia have arrived, as well as Alistair Armstrong, Dust in the Wind, of the crew of the Alacrity. Everybody has come. Everybody is here supporting both of your bands. It's this incredible swelling of support. Who wants to fight whom? Let's get going!
Ooh.
I have a quick
I'll
question.
fight all of y'all. Sorry.
Because I'm forgetting the rules from this and the 10th Kingdom. Can we use cantrip and a spell?
No, you cannot use cantrips and a spell.
Cool.
So, who steps up first?
Lydia.
Oh no,
Lydia
you go then.
Oh no.
You go.
I don't mind,
up.
yeah? Okay.
I'll take Lydia Axa.
Oh.
My friends, we begin with Lydiaxa versus Thesia, our two fear-based protagonists, ladies. Can I get a performance check from each of you? Lydiaxa, you're going to add your performance and you're going to add +5 instead of +1 for the new magic item that you've got from Evelyn.
Okay. Plus proficiency?
Yes.
Charisma proficiency +5.
Proficiency +5. So Oh, damn.
What have we got?
That is a 18 for Lydia.
18.
I'm sorry, it's a 36.
That is going to for sure be a +1 for Thesia and a -1 for Lydiaxa. Lydiaxa, could you make me which skill did you use for your performance? Was it dexterity, intelligence, or charisma?
Charisma.
Could you make me a charisma saving throw DC 15, if you'd be so kind?
Charisma saving throw. 14.
14 is not going to do it. The one thing I neglected to mention is Isabyn's role in this, because there are 3 band members against 3 band members. Isabyn, you have your mastermind ability, and you kind of like work in the crowd, so you can choose to give advantage 1 time to each of your people. So it can be either on the saving throw or on the performance check that the person makes.
For each person.
For each person.
Okay.
So for Lydiaxa, do you want to retroactively like go back and see if they can get a higher performance score? Or do you want to get them to help re-roll to try to recover from in this moment?
Will Thesia's score stand? That
It
will still be the
stand.
same. So I think maybe the second one, saving throw one.
Go ahead and re-roll that charisma saving throw, Lydiaxa, as your manager gives you the help action.
Natural 20 +5, 25.
You managed to recover. Absolutely fantastic. So you were only going to get a -1 to your final group score.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. Who is next?
Okay. Who am I fighting?
We got Theramin versus Tombar. The 2 tieflings step up to the plate. Solo time.
Okay.
So, Julien, hey! Julien, you are going to be adding +7 +5, so you're going to be adding 12 to your roll.
Okay.
Performance check. Theramin, you know you're adding 13.
Can I give advantage to the performance roll for Tombar?
You can.
Please.
Does this count as one round in combat?
Sure.
I'm gonna give Theramin wheel, so a +D6.
Fantastic.
And with me advantage, I rolled twice and picked the highest.
That's correct.
Come at me, bro. 18, the highest.
18 + 12 is a 30 from Tombar. You are
Callum,
muted,
you're
Callum.
muted, hon.
Sorry, I'm an idiot.
That's
So I'm rolling a D20 and a D6.
D6.
Okay. Come on! That's not a good start. Hold on. 14 plus
Roll the D6.
+2 plus something else.
So 15 + 13 is 28.
No, it was. Oh, right, okay.
I roll.
14 plus 2 plus 13.
Yeah,
29.
29. My bad.
Oh,
By
fuck.
1.
29. Tombar, this is about as equal a battle as can be battled. Theramin, you will take -1 to your group charisma score. Tombar, you will get +1 as you squeak a victory, but you do not have to make a saving throw. Surprising amount. Like this is you guys at Mockeries seeing these guys play. It's like these guys up their game. They brought their A game.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. And last up, we've got Gwen versus Cloud.
I'm inspiring Cloud.
Oh,
Amazing. So you get an extra D12.
I'd like to say the song I play is the same song that Cloud played at the end of the Mashesha fight when she was honoring the dead.
Oh boy.
And when it like crescendos, she casts Investure of Flame, and she causes these flames to ripple down her body, as like she's so passionate about this song that it just explodes into flame.
That's very, very cool.
Gwen she's been sort of dancing like half wood elf, mad fae fun, and she's sort of going to sort of lull her playing as you do your music, and then slowly the bass is going to pick up. And she is going to really pick it up into a sort of triumphant return at the end. And what she's going to do is you have a dancing skeleton
At the front of the stage, yep.
I'm
She's sort of
going
doing
to,
a waltz at the moment, sort of slowly dancing, and
I am going to bow to it, and I am going to start doing a jig while I'm playing. And then as I sort of finish up, I am going to walk into my spike growth,
Okay.
kneel on the ground, and knee slide the last little trill with my lyre. My lyre is over my crotch as I'm knee sliding, so
Classy.
my fingers are going over my crotch while I'm doing this.
Oh, I see. Not classic.
pretending
the
my
Cloud's lyre, because it's this. Yeah, Cloud has also got a lyre, and it's over her heart while she's doing all of this. So
Ooh. There's some symbolism here. Very, very fun. Can I get those opposed performance checks if you'd be so kind?
Isabyn, am I getting advantage on this or no? Okay, thank you.
30 exactly.
30 exactly from Cloud. That was with your D12 of inspiration? Okay.
29.
Ooh. Incredible. Cloud's going to get the +1. Gwen's going to get the -1, but this was about as even as it could get between the two. The two lyre players coming at each other. Flames and thorns. Heart and crotch.
That sums it up.
Absolutely. The time has come, my friends. Can I get a group performance check from each party? We're gonna have Thesia get a +1, Lydiana get a -1, Tombar get a +1, Theramin get a -1, Cloud get a +1, and Gwen get a -1. Isabyn, you're just gonna roll straight, and you may give advantage to one of your band members. And then any shenaniganery that you guys would like to do, you may.
If it's a new round of combat, can I inspire Callum?
You may inspire Callum. So that's an extra D12.
Do I add anything to the 20?
You had you had your performance.
No, okay, 9. Yeah.
As per normal.
Can I add will to Thesia, please?
Yes, you may.
So Thesia D6.
I'm going to inspire Gwen.
Oh, thank you.
Incredible.
What's the die? What's your inspiration die?
It's a good question, actually. How do I find that out? What my
I'm not entirely sure.
Is this for a bard?
Yeah, are you a bard?
Yes, I am. I'm
No,
D12.
I know you're a bard. Is Hugo, are you a bard? I thought you were a
No, I'm a warlock.
Right, so she's doing bardic inspiration. as her
What?
thing.
Question.
Yeah.
Would guidance stack on Callum?
Yes, but it's the wheel's an ability, so
Yeah.
you could use guidance.
So will is a reaction, so I'm using my reaction for Thesia.
Oh, you are
But I
action economying it up. I see. Right.
I want to guidance Callum so he gets an extra D4.
Got it.
I'm buffing Callum a lot.
Thank you. It's because I sucked on the last one. I can't figure out what a D4 is. Is it?
The little
It's the
pyramid.
little
Pyramid.
triangle one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes. And it's
Thank
whatever
you.
facing you at the top.
He's got
Or
the
the
weird one, I
bottom.
think. So it's the bottom one.
Yeah,
on the
we've got
bottom,
the same at the
whatever's on the
bottom.
bottom. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I pick it up and then do that. Okay.
Can you not give inspiration so that they do an advantage on their attack roll once, like per game or something, per long rest?
DM can give inspiration to people.
It's an
You-
optional. It's
help
an optional
action.
rule.
Sorry, I thought players could give it to. My mistake.
Nope, that's okay. It inserts.
Appreciate the thought, though. Thank
It's-
you.
It's a lovely thought. Are there any? So, all of this, you're casting guidance and doing all of that. Cloud, are there any other spells or abilities being employed? Isabyn, you can choose to give advantage after everybody's given their results, if you would like.
I'm going to cast Phantasmal Killer on the whole of the other band.
What does that do?
You tap into the nightmares of creatures you can see within range and create an illusory manifestation of its deepest fears, visible only to that creature. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, that target becomes frightened for the duration. At the end of each of the target's turns before the spell ends, the target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 psychic damage.
So we will eschew the
That's
damage for
heavy.
a moment.
Yes. Would that just give them disadvantage?
It will give them disadvantage if they fail the wisdom save.
Oh, that's hardcore.
Absolutely. Can I get a wisdom save from all the mockeries?
D20.
D20, wisdom saving throw.
And that's a
Natural
natural 20.
I got a 12.
Not
Do
today,
I
Helen.
plus something, don't I? Where's wisdom?
Thesia's pretty unfearful of
12.
Axa.
Yeah, it seems that way.
I got 19.
That seems very high.
Really? What? D20, 12 plus my wisdom is plus 7.
No, your wisdom modifier, my friend.
Well, if you have
Oh,
proficiency in
sorry.
wisdom saving throws, it might be that high.
So no, it's on the left-hand side of the sheet, right in the bigger box. It's plus 1, I think. It says whiz, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the saving throw, give me 1 second and I can get you.
Saving throw box. There's a savings throws box. It says plus 7 next to wisdom.
Oh, well, then you have
that makes
proficiency.
sense.
Then
Yeah.
absolutely, you got a 19.
Okay.
Sorry, I misunderstood that. All good.
So that's welcome to my world.
Fine.
Lydiaxa, your DC was 17, was it not?
It is correct.
So I'm afraid they all do pass.
Again.
Such a good idea.
Such a good idea.
Right. Thesia's like lived
Appreciate the
nightmare
hustle.
realm. She's good.
Can I do a spell on people?
Yeah.
Is that allowed? Can I do mass suggestion on them?
Oh my. Yeah, you could use mass suggestion. What do you suggest?
I'm going to suggest that they all believe that their limbs have turned into jelly and that they can't move and they can't speak.
You suggest that they believe that? No, you have to suggest a course of action.
I suggest that they all need the toilet really bad.
They all go to the toilet.
Like really bad.
I think we would all, through magic resistance, get advantage, and then I have advantage against that anyway, I think.
Exactly. Yes. So everybody's got advantage. Is that a wisdom save? Against suggestion? I believe it
I
is.
believe
Yeah.
so.
Sorry, I'll Google it.
I think it is.
I should have had that open really.
So Tombar, can I get an advantage saving throw of wisdom, please?
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay. That's definitely going to fail.
Wait, and then what else do I add to that 16? Can I add anything to it?
I think you might be subtracting something to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a 15 in total.
Oh, shit.
Unless you have proficiency, but I don't think you do as a rogue.
No. Intelligence and dex as a rogue.
I could use this to my advantage as a drummer, though. If my limbs turn to jelly.
They don't
to go to the washroom.
The suggestion is to go to the bathroom.
Oh, shit.
24.
24 is going to pass.
This is a D20 plus a saving throw. I don't have a saving throw. Is that correct?
You don't have a your bonus to this is whatever your wisdom modifier is.
That's plus 2. Oh, so 7 in total, which is not going to be good.
Okay, that's going to fail.
Did you roll with advantage? Although
I don't think she has a magical instrument.
That's true.
Yeah. And Lydiaxa, what you got?
Nat 20.
Hells to the yes. For requiring the bathroom, I'm going to say subtract a d4 from your performance roll because just wandering away is anticlimactic. So now we get to the performance checks. I'm going to go around, ask for them individually. Cloud, what did you? Oh, sorry. Absolutely.
I had a thing.
Go for it.
I wanted to cast Speak with Plants.
Absolutely.
So all of us have like a crown of thorns / flower crown on that I previously spoke when I made them. I spoke to them asking, please don't hurt us with the thorns. We all have those on. And then there's the spike growth I made. And I am going to ask that, so I can't get them to like uproot themselves, but I can get them to sort of move tendrils and stuff. So I want them to sort of start going, and I want them, they're really gonna start sort of on our hair and our heads, start sort of going around and braiding into our hair, and the stuff up front, I'm currently in it. And I, because I'm a ranger, am able to kind of like be in it a bit more.
Yep.
I won't get into the details, but I want sort of tendrils to start wrapping up my thighs and up into my body.
Absolutely.
Just for a cool effect.
Very cool effect indeed. Nature lady doing nature lady things. All of that being said, going around, performance checks being what they are. Cloud, what'd you get?
Unless I'm getting anything else, I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Unless I'm getting any inspiration.
No.
Cool.
Who gave? So that's 22
Sorry,
from
I
Cloud.
gave it to Callum.
That's okay. Callum's got it. Let's do Callum
So
next.
22.
Callum, you've got a d20 roll plus a d12 plus a d6. You are muted, but that's okay.
I was chatting nonsense anyway. I have lost the dice. Where did it go? Is that the d6? Okay. Oh, bugger. I got a 6 on the d6. I got a 9 on the d20.
Okay.
And I don't know how to figure out this one. Oh, I got a 2. Oh my God.
Plus 2.
Plus my performance, I guess, which is plus 13.
Okay. So that's what, 11 plus 13 is 24. Okay.
I'm glad I got all the help then.
Incredible. Thesia, what you got?
Oh dear.
42.
42. Mwah. Your best performance yet. Tombar, what you got?
I got...
So this is going to be The D20.
18 natural,
Yeah.
and then plus
12.
so 30.
30, and I'm going to roll a D4. 30, and unfortunately subtract 4, so you got a 26.
Oh, sorry, I got 40 plus 1 to it. Short-term memory loss.
43. So Tombar coming in with a 26.
I'm sorry, I forgot to take the -1 off my thing. Unless, is that right? I take a -1,
That's
right?
right. Yep.
I didn't add the +1, so don't worry.
Cool. A 23s for both of you. Very, very fun. Lydiana, what's your performance roll, if you'd be so kind?
I've got 19 plus charisma 25 plus proficiency 29, and then it's -1 on top of that, right? 28.
28 for
Plus
Lydia.
5 for your xylobone.
Plus 5 for the xylobone, so 33.
33. Gwen.
With the -1 and stuff, it's 27.
27. Isabyn.
I rolled a 7.
Oh no.
I know. And I'm just adding my performance one. Is that what I'm adding?
So yeah, +9.
Plus, so yeah, 16.
16. It's time to do some math. Mockeries.
Real quick, Isabyn, did you use your advantage for anyone this round?
I didn't know.
Could you use it on you or someone?
I was wondering, can I use it on me?
You can use it on you.
Great. That's a bit better. 23.
23, actually, and I'm just going to roll a d4 for needing to go to the bathroom. It's going to be 20 in total.
Okay.
Fantastic. So, doing some math. Mockeries. 23 plus 23 is 46, plus 43 is 89 as your final total. Reserve list. 26 plus 33 is 59. Plus 20 is 79, plus 27.
I'm sorry, guys. I let you down.
This is really cheeky, but I have 3 charges on my compass.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Wait.
Alberta's face. She knows what it means.
You've got 3 charges on your compass.
What
would you like to employ your compass in this moment? Would you like to bend reality to reshape what happens here today?
Oh my god. See.
As I play my last tune, I will look over at Thesia and Theramin and give them a nod and gauge their reaction. Yes.
Holy fuck.
I think Thesia's got this face. So not moving, just like.
Here we go again.
Incredible. I require just a second to consult the absolute nonsense that is this magic item.
You gave it to me.
I
so...
know. I know.
Invoking the shit stirrer, really?
Oh yes, the
Yes.
Fate Stitcher's compass. Once it has 3 charges, you may expend all its charges to invoke a Deus Ex Machina event as a reaction, bending fate to come to your rescue. It's up to me to determine how this event manifests itself as a lightning strike on a sunny day, unexpected appearance of an ally, the enemy suddenly being recalled by their boss, etc. When you use this feature, you forego your next turn of combat and gain a level of exhaustion.
Can I really quickly message Cloud? Because I didn't react to her nodding. I just kind of cold stone face. Can I message Cloud and just say equal?
Equal numbers.
Incredible.
But it's not my decision. It's
Incredible. If you have an intent using the compass, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you to make a straight luck roll. You're going to roll on a d20. You want high. The closer to the high you get, the more likely it is that what you want to have happen will happen. The closer to a natural 1 you get, the more likely it is that something else will happen.
Do it.
This is the d20 upon which everything hangs.
I got a 19.
Guys, what could be more fitting in the end? Your score increases from 89 to 106, and the two bands play harmoniously with one another in what will be forever remembered as the greatest musical event of not only this country, but of the world. And both are crowned and each receive 500,000 gold pieces as a split reward.
Oh, that's the best.
And that is where we will end tonight's session and the Battle of the Bands saga as a whole. Thank you both groups for such wonderful campaigns, and congratulations on your spectacular victories today.
Nice one.
What
It
the
was lovely
fuck?
to meet you all.